Another person has come forward to challenge Denver's prosecution of people who smoke marijuana despite the passage of a law legalizing it. David Lagoy is HIV positive and says that he smokes pot to help him cope with his medication. 9 News reporter Chris Vanderveen joins us now live at the Denver City and County building. Chris, Lagoy is now the second person to challenge the city on this.
You're right. You remember that back in January, just a few months ago, a first person decided that he was going to go ahead and challenge us, but before it could even get to trial, the city attorney's office decided to drop the charge. Now, there's always been one underlying problem with Denver's Initiative 100. While the Denver voters decided back in November that they liked the idea, it has remained legally questionable.
We're going to go ahead and get started here.
There are the guys
We view this case as a gross misuse of taxpayer dollars.
who are used to this sort of thing.
So we're not going to stand for this anymore. We will be fighting this case to its fullest extent.
And then
It was just a very tiny amount of marijuana.
there is David Lagoy.
The other police officer said, do we really want to mess around with him over the pot? And he just started pulling out his ticket book and started writing me up.
Last year, Denver voters agreed to allow the limited use of less than an ounce of marijuana, but it has clearly not stopped the number of citations written by Denver police. Lagoy's case was one of 15 heard in courtroom 122C today alone.
There's got to be a better use of police resources. There's got to be a better use of state resources, and the Denver voters agree with that.
We went to Denver's county court website to see if today's caseload was unusual. It was not. We found 15 cases to be quite routine in courtroom 122C.
Marijuana users still face prosecution.
9 News legal analyst Scott Robinson says sending these cases into routinely crowded court dockets will continue to happen as long as police abide by the law of the land.
Here, the problem they have is that state and federal law make it a criminal act to have even less than an ounce of marijuana.
Lagoy's case is now set to go to trial. A test case, well, it could be. The same organization that brought forth Denver's Initiative 100 is now in the process of trying to gather enough signatures to bring it up for a statewide initiative. They say they hope to have that on the ballot in November. Lagoy, as for his case, it is set to go to trial here at the Denver City County building in a few months. Bob?
Chris, thanks very much. Chris Vanderveen over at the City and County building.